Right, today Luton have been practically relegated from the Premier League and we're going to be playing Championship football next season. You may be surprised, I'm not going to have a meltdown. Probably a lot of Forest fans and other supporters are going to be watching this video expecting a meltdown. I'm not going to do it. This, out of all the relegations I've witnessed, this is my 4th relegation now. This one hurts the least amount. The last one we got relegated to non-league, so nothing. This doesn't compare anything close to that one. And if I'm being honest with you, today's performance is the reason why we kind of deserve to get relegated. Yes, this fighting spirit has done well this year, but at the end of the day, the lack of quality, not being good defensively, has cost us this season. And I can admit that, you know, I can admit we're not good enough to stay up. We got given a lifeline with Nottingham Forest and Everton, but in reality, we're just not quite there yet. And that's okay, you know. The journey of Luton Town Football Club, what we've achieved is unreal. I don't think any club will come close to it. Ipswich story is slightly different compared to Luton's. They've got very, very rich owners. But I'm not too fussed. I'm really not. I know this football club is in safe hands. I look at other Premier League clubs, I look at their finances, and I feel like there's a few Premier League clubs that should be more concerned about themselves rather than Luton. But, you know, each to their own. Honestly, I'm not too fussed. I was expected to be a lot more angrier, a lot more upset, but, you know, in the wise words of John Steele, never too high, never too low. And I feel like if you apply that to this situation, it works. Big summer coming up with Championship football. We need to re-look at that defence, re-look at that midfield, in my opinion. But, you know, big summer. That's for the owners, that's for the recruitment team, that's for Rob Edwards to decide. Hard work doesn't stop really, because if we perform like we did today next season in the Championship and showed that lack of tactical ability, we're going to get in trouble next year and Rob Edwards will lose some supporters. And what I mean by that is, in today's game against West Ham, we were just desperate for a change, we were desperate for a sub, and we never made those substitutions. We didn't make that tactical change. You know, going in at half-time 1-0 up was absolutely fantastic, did exactly what we needed to do. But if you've been following Luton all season, you know we weren't going to keep a clean sheet. You know we weren't going to hold on to a 1-0 win. We were either had to go out and get a second and third goal, or just concede goals. And that's exactly what we ended up doing. You knew the goal was coming from West Ham in the first 10 minutes, and then I was like, we need to make a change before they score. They then score, and I thought, right, that is the punch in the face we needed. Did Rob Edwards make a change? No, he didn't. And I do blame Rob Edwards on today's defeat. Of course, the players do have to take some sort of responsibility, but if I can watch the game and I'm seeing that it needs a tactical change, something needs to happen, and the management team is not doing it, then I feel like they have to take some sort of responsibility. We were crying out for a change, we didn't make it, and then surprise, surprise, West Ham get the second. We then make we make our first sub of the second half in the 70th minute, when it's far too late, when we're losing a game of football. We should have been a little bit more proactive in the second half. It's happened quite a few times this season, and, you know, we give Rob Edwards the benefit of the doubt because we have, you know, done, you know, quite well for a club like us. People need to remember we've got a Championship budget. We don't have a Premier League budget. So the fact that we've only just got relegated, yes, okay, without the deductions we would have got relegated last week, but to get relegated with 3 games to play is not that bad compared to other Premier League teams who have had a go at it in previous seasons. It's nowhere near to that level. So in that respect, we've done extremely well. But at the end of the day, doing extremely well still cost us relegation. But anyway, in that second half, West Ham get the third, and then in the 85th minute, And that's what frustrated me the most about watching West Ham v Luton today, was we then decided to make a double change in the 85th minute when the game's done and dusted. That's why you see Luton score a lot of late goals, because we're just doing subs and we're just throwing everyone at it at the wrong point in the game, where we should have done it about 10 minutes, sooner. When West Ham got that third goal, the double sub should have come on. We should have made the tactical change and made the subs. Look, I know I'm not the manager. I know I'm not a professional. I don't have my badges, my licence. I don't have all that crap. But at the end of the day, I'm allowed to have an opinion on a football match. I can clearly see that it needed a change and we didn't do it. And I feel like tactically it cost us today. West Ham are a very, very good side, and there's no shame in losing against West Ham today. 12 months ago they literally won a European trophy. So yes, they may have had a poor season this year, but they still got very good players who are twice as good as us. I'm not, blind in seeing that. So I understand, and it definitely frustrates us as fans when we keep losing week in, week out. But, we are on a really unfair playing field at the moment, where in terms of quality, because it's every other team is like here and we're here. And to be able to compete on a level playing field like that, we've done quite well at times, but at times we haven't done well. And it's important to realise that, and don't be blind in not seeing that. Lots of lessons have been learnt, hopefully been learnt this year. We've made plenty of mistakes, 2 steps and 1 step back to make 2 steps forward. That's what I'm hoping we can do. Big summer needed, and look, onwards and upwards is what I say. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to try and enjoy the Euros with England, but I feel like we know what's going to happen. But look, football's football. Championship looks good next year anyway. It looks like a quite weak championship, if I'm being honest. But look, I don't care really. It hurts. I'm not going to deny that. But my club's in a much better place the last time it got relegated, so I don't care. I couldn't care. Some people, there's a lot of worse teams out there who have had relegations a lot worse. And ultimately, you just get on with it, don't you? You really do. So look, next year, Championship, I'm looking forward to it. I want to take some stadiums which I haven't been to. I may actually get a ticket next year, because getting away tickets this year in the Premier League has been extremely difficult. But I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully we beat Fulham on the last Premier League day of the season. That would be nice. If not, Championship next year anyway. So hopefully we can end it on a high. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm not going to give you a man of the match, because I thought a lot of them were quite poor today. And yeah, see you in the next one.